Good day to everybody out there. So this C from C Dot Wealth. And Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs has filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit over sex tape allegations. So I guess it was a guy who was claiming to have sex tapes of Puff Daddy with underage children. And Puff is going on the offense and trying to file a defamation lawsuit. So the report here says Diddy hits back with a $50 million lawsuit against his accusers, calling their claims outrageous lies meant to destroy his reputation, as if he hasn't already done that enough with the Cassie tape. But Sean Diddy Combs, I must say that the tape against Cassie matched with alleged victims who are minors. I'm going to say the minor thing would probably outweigh the Cassie thing, even though we have a visual of it. But if it's true that you were having sex with underage children or underage people, that's really bad. But Sean Diddy Combs has launched a $50 million lawsuit in federal court taking aim at Courtney Burgess, attorney Ariel Mitchell, and media conglomerate Nexstar Media, Inc., the parent company of News Nation. Filed in the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York, the defamation suit accuses the defendants of smearing Diddy's reputation by disseminating what his lawyers call malicious fabrication. In his court filings, Diddy alleges that Burgess and Mitchell concocted outlandish claims about him, most notably involving supposed sex tapes, claims bolstered and widely circulated by a News Nation broadcast. His legal team asserts the media outlet failed to investigate the information and acted irresponsibly by airing the accusations without verifying their validity. My thing is this: if there's no truth to what they're saying he did in regards to these tapes, there should be some penalty to these folks. I mean, I don't know how you could just come out and sue someone, especially someone with a reputation like Puff. How you could just come out and say these things and not have any substantiating evidence. They must have some evidence, in my opinion. They probably have some. If not, it's a money grab and they're threatening him to sue. Or if you don't say this, then we're going to come out. If you don't give us this money, then we're going to come out with this story. I don't know if it's one of those situations or if it's true. Who knows what's going on nowadays? It's just so much. Sean Diddy Combs is taking a stand against the malicious falsehoods that have been fabricated and amplified by individuals seeking to profit at his expense, said Erica Wolf of Hersher Tremonte LLP. Their falsehoods have poisoned public perception and contaminated the jury pool. This complaint should serve as a warning that such intentional falsehoods, which undermine Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial, will no longer be tolerated. So we can see that Puff is going on the offense and trying to get some type of lawsuit started against this company who's actually saying that he had tapes. Even the tapes, the guy said one of the tapes had Justin Bieber kissing some adult man. Anyway, 50 Cent is mocking Puff and just being 50 Cent and trolling, which sometimes I don't understand, but we must admit that 50 is really consistent with just trolling people and not giving a damn. So I don't know if it's something to twist your nose up at, because 50 is pretty consistent about talking shit about people and trolling people and just giving his truth out, if you want to say. So it says 50 is back mocking his decade-long nemesis Diddy, sharing a throwback clip of the hip-hop mogul begging to be his friend. 50 Cent never tires of trolling his decades-long foe, Sean Diddy Combs. And he's back at it again amid the latest development of the embattled hip-hop mogul's legal woes. Honestly, to me, I think that there's some hidden turmoil between 50 and Diddy, because for him to be going as hard as he is on Diddy for as long as he has been, I just don't know. Like, 50 is the type of person where if you do something wrong to him, he's probably never going to let it up. And I think this is a situation to where he may not speak to the public about what really happened, although he did say Puff came on to him and tried to take him shopping, which he felt offended by that. I don't think this is why he's going hard at Diddy. I don't. I think it's something else that may have occurred that the public just doesn't know about, whether it was business, strategic business, of where he tried to block 50, and 50 is now holding it on his neck and saying, you know what, whatever this guy got going on in the news, I'm gonna let it be known, and I don't give a damn what nobody has to say about it, because only I know the truth. Because I don't understand why 50 is going at Puff in the way that he's going at him. I mean, I get it to a certain degree, but as for hard and for as long, even before these allegations came out about Puff, 50 has always took a stance against Puff publicly and been at his neck. I mean, at least since that I Get Money remix, that's the last time I really seen them kind of doing some work together. But beyond that, I mean, it's always been I don't even know, I don't think it's real beef. I think it's more like corporate shit that they got going on, where it was somebody trying to block somebody in business. I think that's really what it is. Or 50 was upset that, I don't think he could have been upset that the lady that he has a baby by, Daphne Joy, was at Puff's house and Puff has some relations with her. I don't know if he would care about that as much as, he's been going at Diddy. Either way, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think these allegations are true about Puff and the children? I mean, we understand that he's been freaky in bed. He has some kinks and stuff that a lot of people don't agree with, but to say that he's been involved with children, I don't know, that's a real heavy allegation, and I'm gonna choose not to believe that for now until there's some concrete evidence. I'm gonna give Puff Daddy Diddy the benefit of the doubt to say that's not who he is. But we don't know who these people are behind closed doors and what they want to do and who they want to sleep with. And with that, we're going to move on to the next topic, which is Jeannie Mai and young Jeezy and their bull crap that they got going on. So the article here says, Jeannie Mai calls cops on Jeezy over access dispute amid divorce drama. Jeannie Mai called the police on Jeezy over access to the former marital home as the divorce drama continues to escalate. Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's acrimonious divorce is making headlines once again as court documents reveal the TV presenter called the police amid a dispute over access to the former marital home. Although they finalized their divorce in June 2024, the exes are still battling in court after Mai accused Jeezy of contempt last September. According to court documents, Jeannie Mai called the police last November after being denied access to retrieve personal belongings from the home she previously shared with Jeezy. However, Jeezy denied her access to the property and previously told a judge he had legitimate concerns about Mai walking freely through the home. Jeezy does not feel safe having Jeannie in his home, the filing reads in part. Given Jeannie's history of attempting to destroy Jeezy's career with misleading information, Jeezy would have no way of knowing if Jeannie is planting listening devices or cameras in his home. Damn. He feel like she that serious to where she would plant listening devices in his home? I guess you can't really trust nobody, especially people who are at that particular height and they have a lot of malicious intents, and they are vindictive and have a vendetta, and they're willing to do whatever it takes just to clear their name and make the other party look bad. I guess you do got to open your eyes up and say, maybe she would plant some listening devices in Jeezy's house. I never got that relationship, but, whatever. Furthermore, Jeezy's attorney claims Jeannie Mai is angry and revengeful over the divorce. They argued the mere presence of Jeannie's inside Jeezy's home and personal space after the highly contested nature of the divorce case would absolutely destroy Jeezy's peace and tranquility, as well as invade his privacy. Mai's legal team dismissed Jeezy's concerns, insisted she only wanted to ensure none of her belongings were left behind. I mean, you had all that time before you left to make sure that none of your stuff was left behind. Why wait till now to go and get your things out of this man's house? Like, keep it moving. If you don't have all of your things, we'll get some new things. I mean, unless it's sentimental stuff, but if it's sentimental things, then those are things that you usually grab right away. It's crazy. So the filing reveals Mai arrived to collect the items Jeezy had boxed up on December 9th, 2024. However, May claims Jeezy ordered the house manager to deny her entry to the garage where her items were stored, prompting her to call the cops. Her attorney notes the police were not called to make a scene, but instead to report that the court order was being violated. According to the complaint, the police officer informed the house manager that a court order was, in fact, being violated, and May eventually gained access. Nonetheless, the TV personality claimed her belongings were damaged. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad this divorce is finalized, and I really don't know much about them as a couple. I do remember when Jeezy got married to her, he had a baby by her, and I don't know, people just want to get in the news and they just want to start slandering each other. I never got that, but I guess when you're hurt, you're willing to do whatever it takes to get back at the other person. It's just something that I really don't understand, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody has their problems, even multimillionaires. I can't believe A$AP Rocky turned down a plea, but you know, maybe he knows something that we don't know. And now we have a problem in the news with Al Sharpton being so upset about the lack of a black jury in his trial. And my thing is this, I don't know how that jury procedure works. I do know that we have to go to, what do they call it? Jury duty. When they send you mail, you have to show up to jury duty. And I guess black people aren't going to jury duty. And if they are going to jury duty, the people who are actually doing this case, they're not picking black people. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what Al Sharpton, his issue is. But basically it's saying Al Sharpton lambasted, I think that's the right word, the lack of black representation in the jury pool of A$AP Rocky's trial, calling the process absolutely ridiculous as the rapper faces decades behind bars. Al Sharpton is calling out the jury selection process in A$AP Rocky's high-profile trial, sharply condemning the lack of black representation in the juror pool for what he describes as a fundamental flaw in the justice system. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a case. I think this case is in Los Angeles. I don't know. The outspoken civil rights leader and founder of the National Action Network took to Twitter to express his frustration after being informed that only 4 black individuals were among the 106 potential jurors called in the Los Angeles case. None of them appeared in the first 30 prospects considered for the jury. It has been brought to my attention by the National Action Network Los Angeles office that out of 106 people called to potentially sit as jurors in A$AP Rocky's trial in Los Angeles, there are only 4 black people, Sharpton said in a tweet. When we have 4 black people in the city of Los Angeles out of 106 and exactly 0 within the first 30 possible candidates for the jury, something appears to be very wrong with the system. The trial centers on A$AP Rocky and a 2021 incident in Hollywood where he's accused of firing a semi-automatic weapon during an alleged dispute with former friend Terrell Efron, aka A$AP Relly. Prosecutors argue that one of the shots grazed Efron's hand, leading to 2 felony assault charges that could land the rapper in a sentence of up to 24 years if convicted. A$AP Rocky denies the accusations and has opted to fight the charges after rejecting a plea deal that reportedly included a 7-year suspended sentence and a 6-month jail term. I mean, 6 months ain't that bad. 6 months, you'd have been home by the summer. I don't understand why he wouldn't take this. But there could be something in the case that I don't know about. I just know that 6 months, you already with Rihanna. You got a couple kids by Rihanna. You have an established career. I don't really know one song of his, but he has an established career. Someone's listening to that music. 6 months, and you're facing 24? I think I might have took that 6 months. Would you? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Would y'all have took that 6 months if they offered y'all that 6 months? Because 6 months over 24 years, even a couple years, like if they come out and say, well, you got to do 3 years for shooting somebody, even if the bullet just grazed him, and you had the opportunity to take 6 months, I'm just going to be interested to see how this play out. A$AP Rocky denies the accusations and has opted to fight the charges after rejecting a plea deal that reportedly included 7 years suspended sentence and a 6-month jail term. His defense team has labeled the case fundamentally weak, citing a lack of forensic evidence linking him to the shooting. Maybe he wasn't the one that shot. Maybe he's being accused. Sharpton, well known for amplifying conversations about racial and systematic inequities in the criminal justice system, is now questioning the fairness of this trial, given the lack of jury diversity. He emphasized the importance of A$AP Rocky receiving a trial in front of a jury that reflects the community's demographic and promised to keep watch on the proceedings. I have been closely in touch with A$AP Rocky's friends, and though I do not know the particular of the trial, I do know he deserves to be judged fairly by his peers, as it is his constitutional right. He also directed his criticism toward the Los Angeles District Attorney Office, declaring, "I am monitoring this trial and challenging the Los Angeles District Attorney to ensure that fair and representative justice is afforded to A$AP Rocky." The trial, which officially began jury selection on January 21st, 2025, is expected to last 3 weeks. Its outcome could significantly alter A$AP Rocky's trajectory in music and entertainment industries where he's long been a prominent figure. I mean, listen, 6 months, I don't think you should have, I don't know if, I think you should have looked at a little bit more, you should have done a little bit more research on that 6 months A$AP, because if that's all you had, and you know you had something to do with this case, then maybe you should have took it. Maybe you should have took it. But that's a little bit what's going on in the news today for hip hop. I'm a hip hop fan. I love the entertainment industry. I love hip hop, rap, hip hop, R&B. I'm into that field. I like to see some of the stuff that's going on, although I do think a lot of this stuff is bigger than what it should be. It's just part of the news. Anyway, I'm up here in the northern part of the United States where it's very cold outside. And I'm going to Belize next week. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the video. Let me know what y'all think about these situations. Diddy suing a guy for $50 million and the network, a couple companies. 50 Cent trolling Diddy again. And this Jeannie Mai and Jeezy situation, as well as A$AP Rocky. Do y'all think he should have took that plea for 6 months only in jail? Or fought? C from See Thy Wealth. Water your health. Drink a glass of water. Peace.